Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Is this thing even on? My love, could you bring me a lemon wedge? Thank you so very much. What a beautiful soul my wife is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's get it in. I hope you have your seat buckled in and you're ready for a wild ride. We just took gains out of Bitcoin. We're going to teach you how to do that every single day. I love you all. Bacon on the beach, baby. Bacon on the beach. I get caught up watching that intro. I'm like, how did I meet all those people in 1 year? Like, how did that all happen? I'm looking at my life like that. I'm like, wow, man, my team, man, I love y'all. What a great intro. God bless each and every one of you. Let's start off. Before we hit the charts, let's breathe. Let's hold in that fresh energy, that prana, baby. Breathe in that beautiful prana. Who do you know? I'm talking about Raph Smart. Squeeze in the lemon into the water. All right? Let it sit for a second and begin that alkaline process that gets into the water. But once you drink it, it turns alkaline to the body. That's what people don't realize. They think it's an acidic citric fruit. How are you alkaline? That's the key. Did you work out today? I worked out with my wife, upper focus. We were doing this. We were doing dips. We were doing chest raises. Man, I feel good. My chest is opened up. My traps were getting fired up. I feel blessed. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you're feeling blessed too as well on this beautiful Thursday. It is 10/13 on August 3rd. May God bless each and every one of you. August, my favorite month of the year, really. It's the most beautiful month. I love it. Summer has settled. You're settled into summer. You can handle the heat. You can handle the weather. You're ready. The nights have been nice. It's been a breezy. Last 4 or 5 nights have been breezy. 68 degrees here in the Northeast. 74, 78 degrees during the day with a breeze. It has been beautiful. No humidity at all. Let's take a look. Big sip of the lemon water. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get the energy going. Shout out to everybody here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. So let's take a look here at Bitcoin. This morning, we saw an inverted head and shoulder, even kind of a mini one here that could break to the upside, right? So I just grabbed in on this little shoulder here, rode it to the upside. We just took profits out the trade. Shout out to anyone that got in. And all you need is a $100 move for Bitcoin to make 8%. And I'm done for the day. Like, I'm done for the day. I don't have to trade again. I've made my stipend for the day. So when I think about it, when I go over that idea, 8% a day, you make 8% a day, you're going to be doing pretty dang good. So I teach people every day, all the time. So join the Leverage Mastery class. You'll love it. Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern with Grandmaster Friend. Become a Leverage Master. Stop losing your trades. 99 members gain access to the Leverage Master Discord section. Follow-up mentoring sessions exclusive Leverage Alpha, only $150 for serious traders to reach the next level. Hit the link right here or hit the QR code and you can join the class immediately. There's also a link into the tutoring below my videos. Jump on it today. It'll absolutely blow your mind. That class blew my mind and I've been trading for 15 years. So you'd be pompous to say that class wouldn't help you because it helped me and I've been trading for 15 years. So anyone that says that class wouldn't help them, in my humble opinion, just has no clue. what's really going down in there. So just something I got to say. And I'm being truthful. As much as I am being, I'm selling it, but I'm also being truthful. These are the facts. I sell with the truth. Pretty simple. I don't have to candy coat anything. I just tell people the facts and they make sense. All right. So I would jump on in. I would take that class today if I were you. Again, what do I know? I'm just I'm a self-made millionaire. What do I know? I probably know nothing. I only built a YouTube channel off my back. You know what I mean? Going live every single day. Learned discipline as my dad died. Whatever. You know what I mean? Probably nothing. But hey, I'm just messing with y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right, so let's break down Bitcoin as we do every single day. We already made a trade for it. We showed you how you can capitalize on a small section. All we needed was a $100 move for Bitcoin at 24x leverage. Gained about 7.96%. At one point, it's up 10% to the upside. Shout out to my man, Steffelsgate. This guy always grinding in my trading group. And I've just been noticing his ability to see the gains. And this man is just always grinding. I got to call him out again, man. Metaland, Steffelsage, right? Steffelsage. I don't know why I always say Steffelsgate, but Steffelsage, man. And, he had this long right here, called it to the upside, nailed it, got his 10%, and then he was like, I'm out. 10%, I'm out, right? Smart trader takes the gain. Look at that. And he got in down there, so he was up nicely. I had more leverage to get the same way, and I got in here on the shoulder. Dude, and you got a little bit of the gap in the VRVP. We got to get above a POC there. That's interesting. Can Bitcoin continue? And I wasn't trying to do clickbait here with today's thumbnail. I am saying, it's supposed to be question mark. Is Max Payne ahead? You know what I mean? Is there Max Payne ahead? What do y'all think? Do you know who here knows what Max Payne is? Who here knows what Max Payne is and understands Max Payne? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody here on the trading group and hanging out that's live with me. I appreciate you all. 285 people on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Max Payne is new lows. Yeah, Bitcoin looks like a diamond possibly forming. May take a week of sideways price action. It's coming, bro. Is Max Payne a movie? It might have been, but it was P-A-Y-N. Yeah. It's an old PS. Yeah. Made 20% on cash yesterday. Thanks, Sammy. Love you. Shout out to my man, Lewis Brandon. How many people made gains off the cash trades yesterday? Put your hand up if you made gains off Casper. How many people made gains off Casper in the long term since you've seen it on my channel or since you've decided to swing trade it? Put a one up and put a Casper up. Put one KAS or put Casper, whatever you want. Put one heart. Put a one in Casper. If you've made gains trading Casper, if somehow you've been able to figure out some good information through me and got educated, let me know. I made massive gains. This month was a win. Shout out to everybody. We got my man Divergent making it. We got Namaso hitting it. We got Sean. Sean, I love that you made it. Cass. Wow, we got a lot of people making gains on Cat. Lifer Adam, Jebitron, Zach Sanchez. Look at this. Wow. Tony Rosas. My man. God bless you. Miami, baby. Vibes are high, man. Crypto Rambler. Every single day I am thankful for my life. I'm thankful right now for 318 people on the live, 110 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on into the live, baby. Let's go. Gratitude is the attitude of abundance every single day. The devil will push you to be upset. The devil will want you to throw down what you have. The devil will want you to be like, it could have been better. You know what? Every day there's something to be grateful for. Every single day. And this is what I hear right now. I registered for your class. I messed up the last 10 days and lost $24,000. I was leveraging for the first time. Imagine losing $24,000. You see me, I didn't trade leverage for years. What do? I use $1,000 and I attempt to double it. Until I double that $1,000, there's no way I'm putting more money into the trades. You get it? You have to know that you can handle it before you can accelerate to the next level. See, you can say whatever you want about our trading group, but we don't do this. We stop people from losing $24,000. We stop. That ends immediately when people enter my group. That ends immediately. They enter with a group of serious, responsible traders, and it's time to get serious and be responsible. No more throwing your money around. No more just jumping up and deciding you're going to be able to double it up, and it's all going to change today because you opened up a leverage trade. You know what I mean? So, shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, right? I started with 12K, double that, and got greedy and lost it all. Wow. Hey, that's a big story, man. And telling people in the trading group, I'm not trying to blast you out here in the live, but telling people that in the trading group, man, God bless you for doing that. A lot of people take those losses to the grave and they don't tell a soul. You just helped so many people when you say that. Someone might have went hard today, and because they read what you said, they're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to join the leverage course. I don't want to do that. You know, could the lifer wifer hook me up with a month in the trading group for this amazing Thursday? Bay. Flavor wants to jump on in. That's my goal too. Start with a small roll, build it, and then add to it. Amen. Shout out to everybody here. Take one trade a month from the stream alone. Double up every month. My man. Come on, Sam. What's with the FUD title? It's not a FUD title. I'm just wondering, is Max Payne ahead? I'm wondering this question. I'm asking myself, is Max Payne ahead? That's all. I want to ask myself that. And honestly, I clearly define the answer as no, as no. So we're going to do what we do every single day here. What I've already done today inside of the trading group. Shout out to anyone that took the trading call to the upside and made a quick scalp gain off BTC. It wasn't amazing. I'm not saying it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it was a nice move. Also, we've got a higher low right here. We're going to discuss all that. We're going to break it down. 4 hour looks interesting. There's a lot to go over. All right. As you know, the first thing I do is I look at price action. Swing highs, swing lows, break of candles. What's going on? All right. The idea behind this is we had bounced off of this. These two wicks have met each other at this range of support or resistance on the weekly. Okay. The weekly has a beautiful support sitting here at $28,000. These two candles right here. The weekly also is sitting like basically right below or at another support here, or below 29,003 and then 30,003. These are weekly support areas. All right. You expect a bounce or pivot. If we continue to fall right here, we kind of did. We got bought back up already. We have a higher low on the 4 hour. That could change the situation. Right now, the weekly looks good to me. It's above the 200 SMA. The 50's coming, which means it looks like it's curling up towards the 200. So we're slowly gearing towards that golden cross. The time to accumulate Bitcoin is after the first initial dip. Okay. I'll show you. Watch Bitcoin. It has its initial dip. The moving averages kind of get wide. Then they come close. They get wide. They get really tight. And then that's your time to start getting in. Unless you have a black swan event, which we had out of nowhere. I believe Bitcoin would have just stayed on this trajectory and would have just been fine on its way out. And it was in that pennant anyway. It didn't need to do that dip. However, it made a bigger pennant dip, and it didn't really matter. It still broke to the upside over time, right? So, but that's, one thing you want to see. Well, I guess I'm going to switch to BTC USD index, right? So everyone wants to know how to get rich, change their lives, okay? Some people leverage trade, sit on the, some people want to, honestly, all you had to do the last 7 years, I'll be honest, you didn't have to leverage. You didn't really have to. You just had to slowly buy BTC, but you had to know when to buy it. And you had to know, and honestly, the times to buy it was when the average person that didn't know technical analysis would have been scared out of their pants and pushed out. You know what I mean? Would have completely scared out and pushed out. So you got to take advantage of the knowledge I'm giving you, because I didn't know this years ago, and had I known it, I would have been able to take advantage of multiple markets throughout my life, right? But now I'm ready. From 40 to 60 years old to 70, 60 to 70 you can trade. That's another thing that people don't realize. From 60 to 70 years old, you can be a trader. From 70 to 75 to 80, you can trade. You're picking up a profession that like other professions, they're hard. Or even going to work every day, eventually you want to retire. But like trading something, once you kind of get the bug and you're in it, you can pick up anytime you want and continue to grow. Everybody, I really need the likes up to the watchers. 146 ain't gonna cut it if I showed up to your live. 388 people, I would hit that like button. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right? I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I'm gonna give you serious knowledge every day of your life. So you get the initial dip. The 21 will pump up away, right? But eventually you'll get tight price action, and the moving averages will get super tight. Okay? So right here, we're getting the same idea, right? Boom. They got far apart, but they got pulled back together here. Yes, we could see one little dippage. We might see something like that, or, But for the most part, for me, I believe this is like, and then the moving averages get close, and then's your last few times to buy when they're tight, and then you're gone. And Bitcoin begins to move. And the halving comes in 2024, and then I mean, it could happen even quicker than this because, like, you're looking at October, December of 2024 right here. By this time, the halving has occurred. I cannot believe the halving is coming in March. They say March or April. You know, it's supposed to be May, but I've been hearing rumors of March. But, right, I mean, we are so close to the greatest time to be in cryptocurrency. The fact that this live stream doesn't have 2,000 people on it and it's bugging out is insane because this is the best time to be in cryptocurrency. However, the best time to be in the market is never when most people are in because everyone would be rich. Everyone would be in the top 1%. Everyone would make millions of dollars, but everyone doesn't. Why? Because they're controlled by the media and the masses, and they don't do what's the best thing for their wallet. They do what they think is the best thing for their psyche, but they're being brainwashed. So you got to get yourself out of the rat race. You got to fight through the matrix. You got to change your scenarios. You know, you can't do the same things over and over again. You got to make a change, right? So we are the dreamers of the dream. Every time, accumulate, 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 my man. I just want to be early to prove birth and Coven history isn't always right. Beerith? Are you meaning Gareth? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. The best time to be in the market was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. Yeah, exactly. Because right now will eventually be when? 20 years ago. See? You gotta have a long-term idea and patience in the market to make the market. That's what it is. All right, moving forward. So the weekly looks beautiful. I like what we're seeing on the stochastics RSI. I like what we're seeing here on the moving averages. All right. So there could be more gains coming. All right. Stochastics is in the middle. There's still room to go. Lack of bearish momentum. The only bearish thing that I'm seeing here is this bearish divergence. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. However, it occurred below the dotted line. The biggest divergence that I've ever seen occurred. However, it is still a bearish div. Like I have to, I'm not going to deny this is a swing high. That's a swing high, uptrend, downtrend. However, we have been stuttering for the last few weeks. Do we break the weekly support? And 28,000 will have to hold. If it doesn't, you could possibly come back down to 25. All right. So the weekly, and I go over this every single day on the channel, but I love it. All right. I absolutely love it. It's interesting. You say we take that short on the 5. Now, the 3-day is just beautifully in a flag. I mean, that flag is just doing its thing. And you just got a golden cross on the 3-day. Now, it is a latent signal. Usually you get a pump, but it doesn't mean I've seen golden crosses and price pump dump. You know what I mean? I don't want you to think it's everything. But months from now, you'll look back, and even if we did a little, usually 9 out of 10 times, you do see a bigger move coming. I mean, you can go back in time and back test it all. Like right there, we were coming down. And look, we had the golden cross. We continued down on the 3-day. So it didn't matter there. You know what I mean? But over time, the low to the left of that cross never really, except for the Black Swan event, was never revisited. So the point is, like, it doesn't mean it's usually for me, it's more of about a low being put in than being able to have the biggest highs, right? So like when I see this golden cross, it's telling me we may never revisit the low here again. That's all, on the 3-day chart. But so bullish signs for me on the 3-day. You have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a higher, higher low, higher high, higher low. And this higher low is like, it's had days to come down and it's been more sideways. Like it could have dropped here, came up, dropped. It could be lower than this. You got weekly support. You got 3-day support at 27,778. And you got a little bit of support kind of where you're at right now too. So it's interesting. So, and you're above the 3-day, the 200 SMA. I keep saying, everyone, we break below that, you'll see me say, okay, now we have to be concerned for some serious downside. And that switches me back to the daily time frame. And when I'm in the daily, I just position myself in this wedge like so. And it's been easy for me just to extrapolate, or basically, I guess extrapolate, but take away the idea that this was even a part of the system, just kind of scratch that. And then we got ourselves a beautiful wedge on the daily that's still got some oversold regions. And it's really like double bottomed. right? That's a pretty double bottom on the daily there, as you can see. And huge buy pressure to the upside to keep us above 29,000, which is interesting. A lot of times a double bottom is a good place for a falling wedge to break to the upside. So you got some room there on the daily. And this is what I'm curious about. You got your low, you got your high, you broke this resistance. That was a pain. You fell back below it again. This is a major resistance. I mean, here and here, but the higher point is 29.5. Like, you got to break above 29.5 to remain bullish. Have to. So you have your low, you have your high, you have your higher low. You got your movement here on the stochastics RSI. That higher low suggests that we can get a move to the upside. All right, stochastics RSI, lack of momentum on the MACD. Kind of a cup with a handle in a way, but it's weird. And it's got a double bottom vibe to it. This is also a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. So I'm a bit long here, but looking for my more smaller time frame confirmation. You know, the 1 hour wasn't the best, right? So 1 hour is getting a little overbought. RSI is okay though, pretty, you know, in a lower portion, coming off of a bottom area. So let's take a look at the 15-minute, all right, which we traded earlier today. All I did was trade this little right shoulder here to the upside. Should have got a even bigger of a move. I guess you get, because your neckline's a little more slanted, but yeah, good enough, you know. And we pumped pretty close to the 200 SMA. That looks like it may actually continue to the upside. I already took profits. I'm out of the trade. I was in the trade for must have been about an hour, you know. I set the trade. I worked out. I got out of my workout. I started the live stream. It was ready to go. Big Tech just quietly left off another 40K people. That's a lot of severance they have to be paid on top of the 100,000 people they let go before. Cash is king. Panda Poet. Big Tech, yeah. I mean, we are so co-creators of our existence, and we have soul lessons, karma to heal and recreate that we unconsciously created that leads us closer towards ourselves. Love yourself. Only thing holding up all markets are liquidations. Liquidations. Isn't that crazy? My thoughts are risk is higher to wait for low prices and miss an entry. These prices on Bitcoin are still fire. I like what you're saying, and I'm with you on that. I was feeling that at 16,000. I was feeling that at 18,000. I was feeling that anything lower than 20K. We decided that we were, you know, grabbing up BTC. So BOOKMAP got some data either way. Nothing really telling us, you know, too strong. At the end of the day, a little more liquidity to the downside, but we're starting to get a little more buzz here around 29.5. All right, up to 30K. So I like to see the liquidity. We got a little more movement than I think even on like Tuesday morning. But so Bitcoin, I would watch the 7-minute here as it did get above a resistance, and see if it can SR flip this line. This is, you know, it's really what I'm looking at here. Wow, it's actually getting some movement. Let's take a look at the 5 and the 1. Look like the 5 may just, like, there's a chance the 5's in this flag, and this thing just may, like, just start skyrocketing. Interesting. I've seen that happen when I've been waiting on the 7 before, so it could happen. But for me, we could flag out the 7-minute time frame, wait for it to interact with the 21, and make sure that it comes back and retests. This is definitely a support or resistance line here. I mean, you got a point of control right there, but resistance, can you bounce off of 29,150, 29? So far you did, you know. So, but the 7 minutes a little overbought. So some signs of life for Bitcoin. 4 hour looking interesting. All right. And, you know, the double bottom here too. Right. So, hey, as long as Bitcoin can hold above 29,150, we can get ourselves a bit of a move on to the upside here. So anyone who longed 28.5 is still in the green off of this divergence here to the downside. 28,631 was a low too. Beautiful, beautiful catch on that move. Good day, Lifer. Thanks for all you do. If it's possible to take a look at Squid Grow, thank you. I thought that coin was I thought Squid Grow was a rug. Yeah. Someone could verify with me, but I'm pretty sure Squid was a rug. Like, that people just moved on from a long time ago. Shout out to the 44,700 subscribers on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. I love y'all. And thank you for jumping on the Twitter. We love you too. Appreciate all the Twitter followers jumping on in. 16,141 followers. We love you. And just showing you, we took those gains out of MEXC quickly. It's funny. See, you post a thing to MEXC, you just post a link. It doesn't show the picture of the leverage trade. You got to take a picture, I found, of the trade and then post it, which is weird. The picture should come with the link. I've seen that happen with Twitter. I don't know if it's a Twitter, But 24x leverage in at 29,140, out at 29,237 for 7.96% gains. I threw out the call the second I saw it. I also gave a video update explaining why I believed it was likely going to happen and what I was looking at. All right. It's funny. We got that spike right as I said we would, right on that 5. I said I seen the 5 continue to pump here. So funny, right? I just seen it so many times. I've dabbled in all these time frames so much that I've seen. The more you see, the more you don't know. See, if you've only seen a little bit, you'll be like, oh, I know it's going to do this, But the more you don't see, the more just, that's a nice retest. I mean, that's a retest. So shout out to anyone that kept in the trade that we opened. That thing's, now it did hit the target of the inverted head and shoulder. That was technically where it was supposed to go. 29,256. Now you're coming to this resistance point. You break through this would be great. Right? We want to see the 15-minute break above the 200 SMA. That's going to be our next challenge. You get above the 200 SMA, that's pretty cool. There's a chance we can kind of open up some longs there and get in. Things can get pretty interesting. So, hey, I'm all for that. Let's see what happens right now. Breaking above the 200 SMA would be golden. Closing candles above it on the 15-minute, 3 or 4 candles on the 15-minute closing above it would be bullish for the day. It's a place where a lot of people would be taking profit. So if you're in the trade, that would be a perfect place to be scalping out. Now, remember, tight moving averages, we pumped up to the 200 SMA. This one was a little preemptive, but it's still that same game that I play. And I talk about this to my students and anyone in my trading group all the time. I'm always saying, hey, notice when the moving average is getting tight. Do you have the 200 as the outlier? I don't care if it's a 4-hour, the daily. I don't care what time frame it's on. Likely going to happen at one point. Look, I'll be nice enough to show you something that my mind just sparked off that I'm thinking about. Just in case you wanted to have this on your thought process. Also, backtest these ideas. They'll blow your mind. They're very interesting. So we look at SRM. All right. KuCoin MEXC. I'm trying to see where I may have put the chart because I believe I put it on KuCoin, but it's on MEXC as well. But I was looking at this on the daily, right? And I could keep this to myself or keep it to the trading group. But you know what? You never know. Never know. Moving average is getting tight, but the 200 is the outlier. Like I would not be, high, low, higher, low. Hanging out, 786, golden pocket retracement, holding on into this liquidity zone. It just tells me that there's a chance in the next 5 to 8 days, this thing could start its move and pump up to the 200 SMA. Maybe earlier, but and I've seen this happen many times. So you want to write this down, backtest this idea, write it down. If you see it happen, you may want to join my trading group. If you're not, because you're like, wow, there may be some other things that I could learn from this dude that I didn't know were possible, right? That could help my trading style, right? Like how I knew there was obviously going to be a wick there. Can we move back above the zone is the question. Crazy how at the last minute I did see that little flag in the 5, and I was like, well, that's flagging out enough with a retest that we could get the pump out, and then speak of it as it happened, right? You'll see so much price action in your life that you'll just, that's kind of how things will just make sense to you over time. I don't even realize what my mind is doing subconsciously anymore. I just open up the stream and let it go. If I had to think about everything I was doing, then I wouldn't be able to do the stream as fast. I have to just let it do its thing. This is good. We're breaking above the 200 SMA. It's a really good sign. Bitcoin getting that nice move to the upside. Shout out to anyone that stayed in the long. God bless you. Pumping, doing damage. I'm in and out. I like to scalp, but wow, look at that nice pump to the upside for Bitcoin. And if you're in my trading group, we called a long right here this morning. You do whatever you want with that. It's in heavy profits now. No stop loss got hit in the making of the trade as well. So shout out to anybody that jumped on in. I made a video update explaining it in depth, but while I was making the video update, I felt like I was about to break out. So I just threw this chart out as soon as I could, and I was like, yo, this is about to break out. Like, get right in there is the move, and like that's about to aggressively pop. And that was the exact entry right there, and things would start to get crazy literally within the minute, and that thing would start to pump. So not only did I help you see the trade, but we put the trade out like right as it was happening for Bitcoin. Shout out to anyone that's still making gains right now and taking it. I want to see this 50-minute close above this resistance. This is really nice. And, now we got to go for this, buddy. Now we just keep raising the bar. But so far, so good. A falling wedge did break to the upside as it was supposed to, right? Measured move. Falling wedge, breaking up. I've done this a lot where the head just falls out of the pattern, but it stays inside of a pattern. I do that again on the upside too. Little game that we've played. Double bottom too should break up. Measured move of the double bottom technically is then, from here to here and then throw that is really all the way to 29.5. It is. It's just that's because if you look at it in structure, that's your double bottom right there. So your measured move would be from the top of the neckline to, basically to one of the wicks here. But you try to go the longer wick or, where it makes sense. So double bottoms break to the upside 68% of the time, 29,300 for BTC. Yesterday I was wrong, right? I called a little short. I called a little long, but the stop loss, it like stopped us out right at the stop loss, like barely any little loss. So when I lose, they're very small. When I win, the gains are lovely. Like this is a beautiful gain to the upside. I was trading 24x leverage. At 10x, you're talking 7%. I mean, that's a 15% trade right now. And it took 1 hour and a half, right? And you would have known about it in my trading group and the entry. We did the same thing with MakerDAO just the other day, right? Same exact situation, very similar idea. Trading patterns pay out over time, all right? You can use 1,000 indicators, 1,000 other things, or you can just go at it over and over again. So let's see if the 50-minute can stay above the 200 SMA. If that starts to happen, see, we dipped above here. We couldn't hold it. So it's either a rejection point or it can become the point of beginning to grow here. We got to hold above these resistances. We got to close candles above the zone. Smaller time frames may make some flags that can help us see what's going on, like the 1 minute, right? So you can like flag out the 1 minute. This is when it gets super, if you want to be like super crazy anal, like deep dive. Not everyone's going to do this, but if you can flag out the 1 minute, the 1 minute kisses the 21-day moving average. We get into conjunction, there's a chance that there's another possible scalp here to the upside. So if things keep going and we're feeling more bullish, which I get a good sense. And look, I mean, at 10x leverage, what I'm doing, that'd be another 9% gain possibly. So looking at this possible for another gainer. It would be awesome if we could hold this support resistance area, if we could hold that as a support. So I'm using support or resistance, right? Moving averages, stochastic, and patterns to make basically whether or not I feel the probability is worth it, right? So I'm using all these different things together in conjunction with each other to figure out whether the probability is worth it. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 500 people on the live, 234 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. All right, and we got some more liquidity building. And honestly, see that bar? It's the closest bar, and it's the biggest. It tells me we're going to go to it, 29.6. So BOOKMAP suggesting now that we do go to 29.6, and then we could get pushed up all the way to 30,000 on this Thursday afternoon. They got a lot of people short. They got a lot of stops to clean up right now, in my humble opinion. There's a good liquidation right there on the one. I don't know what that sound was, but there's a beautiful liquidation right there on the 1 minute. I used to play the 1 minute a lot and kind of find how sometimes the 1 minute bearish divergence would play out throughout the day. Like it would start on the 1, then I'd see it on the 4, and then or the 5 or the 7, and then things would kind of throughout the day. Maybe it would be the daily high. So that's a beautiful divergence right there. And there's a nice liquidation divergence here too. I had a lever trading course. It was a 45-minute lever trading course that I taught like 2 years ago. And I would teach to only trade divergences on the 1 minute and then trade through the moving averages and sell on the other side. Because I would notice that you'd get your divergence, price would get pulled away from the 21. You'd get sucked back into the 21. You'd get above the 50, right? And then once you basically got out the other side and got on the other side of the other 21, of the same 21, but flipped it. See here, you're on this side of the 21, you'd flip it, close the trade. And you can kind of just do that over and over again. You got to know precisely when to enter, and you got to look for divergences. And you can't force trades. You have to wait for the actual precise moments to make those trades. Okay, but that can be a very helpful tool. And just like the weekly divergence and you play out over time, it's a similar concept. Okay. 1 minute is getting kind of far away. The moving averages are getting a little pulled apart, which tells me that the rally is getting a little extended. And we do see a bearish divvy now on the bigger set. Like look at this, and that's just like a really sharp uptrend, and that is a bearish divergence there. So if you took the scalp, call it a day, put the money away, and wait for another perfect opportunity. Over trading is the reason I believe most people lose most of their money. If they look back and they realize, like, if they had just traded the 5 or 6 trades here and there and not just kept going all day long, like, they would have had such a better win rate. Calming down, taking a deep breath, and realizing it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen is the key. You know, I love what Grant Cardone said. He said, I don't want to be a billionaire overnight. I want to be a billionaire for sure. I don't care if it takes 10 years or 5 years, but I want to do it for sure. A great story that I read, and I think I brought it up on the channel recently. Harrison Ford, right? Always thought he just like, well, you know, famous actor, got to be in Star Wars. And I found out that he was like a carpenter, right? And that he knew that he had to have another profession while he was an actor, because that way he was like, I was going to make it as an actor for sure. He's like, to make it, you just had to be seen over and over again. He's like, other people came, and then when they didn't get enough and things didn't work out, they eventually left the business. He's like, but I told myself that I was never going to leave the business, so I did carpentry work. So whenever he had some time off, he was doing carpentry work and doing acting, kind of juggling them. Eventually, everyone knew he was a really good carpenter, and he started doing like people's homes, like directors and people in the movies he was on. And instead, eventually, he did the house of the director that was working on, you know, or maybe even one of those stories, someone who was working on Star Wars. And he was there one day working, and they asked him to read the part. He thought he did great, and like he ended up getting the part of Han Solo. They were supposed to give it to someone like way bigger. So interesting, you know? So stuff like that fascinates me beyond belief, you know? And then he became one of the most famous actors and well-known because he had a longevity plan. He wasn't just going to do it for that time. He was going to do it until he did it. Any person that decides they're going to win is going to win once that's the decision that's been made. The universe bends to the decision that's been made. I realize that, but you just have to make the decision. A lot of people have a problem making the decision. For years, my life didn't go well because I couldn't make a decision. All right? If you don't know where you want to go, you can't take yourself where you want to be. It's pretty crazy, right? But this is things that I talk about all the time. It's as important as trading. You'll make the money in trading. You'll get where you want to be, but then you could lose it all in the next business venture or doing something else silly. Look at this flag breaking to the upside as suggested. You know what I mean? And there's your stochastic turning to the upside. Funny, lately it's been like live Bitcoin trading, right? And look at that massive move up, 340. And we just called that flag for you to the upside. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have taken that trade. God bless you if you did. And again, how did we do that? We knew price action moves when it gets near the 21-day moving average. It's got to kiss it or come close. I mean, that's a kiss. It's very close. We knew this was a previous resistance that we were looking for a bounce off of, so we were waiting for what's called a retest, okay? And we know that falling wedges break up 68% of the time, and that's a bit of a flag. We also saw the stochastics were getting low and turning, okay? And, you know, there was a chance that we would hit this, at least the first target here, and we got very, very close to it. Could this continue? The stochastics suggest that we're just getting started on this 1 minute time frame. This is the 1 minute chart, all right? Bitcoin's getting a little volatile today. And BOOKMAP suggests we may go to 29.6 first and could even get gobbled up to 30,000. All right. We do have this bigger order down at 28.5, but the closest orders are here. If I saw an order that big, 965 Bitcoins, I would not short in between 29,340 and 29,600. I believe it would be a bad idea. All right. You do whatever makes you happy, but I could try to caution you to be careful. A bunch of people just got short squeezed really nicely. We longed. So had you been in my trading group yet again, you would have been with the long. The long we had was right here at the right shoulder. This is the right shoulder of the bigger head and shoulder that we played. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, if you remember. I go to the 15-minute and make it clearer for you if you'd like. Understanding your pattern entry and pattern ideas here. This trade is up massively now to the upside. Shout out to anyone that banged on them. Bang. So nice move to the upside for Bitcoin. What a nice move, man. No, I wasn't talking. I was let's go back to our, and so like what I love about my strategy is I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? And look, that's that first target acquired. Beautiful move to the upside. Man. So nice move to the upside for Bitcoin. You're getting that bearish divvy a little bit now too. I'd scalp out at this point. And again, now you're away from the 21. Keep understanding this concept every time. You can't really pump till you get back to the 21-day moving average. This is hard to understand because it pisses someone off because it's telling you that you can't do what you want anymore. Your emotions don't matter anymore. You can't trade the way you used to trade. You have to learn a system. And trading, look, I mean, you pumped up here. You came down, you pumped up, back to the 21 before the pump. Pumped up here, back, you start hanging out with the 21, you pump up. Came close to the 21, you pump up. Same scenario now. If we are going to continue, you're going to have to come and kiss the 21. You could sit on the 1 hour all day until we finally make some type of head and shoulder pattern. It gets so bearish and it starts, and we break the swing low. You want to see the swing low break. Now you're looking for the swing high, and then you're done for the day. You know what I mean? But right now you're in an uptrend. You keep that trend alive until it's over, right? Shout out to anyone that jumped on into this beautiful pump for Bitcoin. God, I love being here every single day. 537 people on the live, 260 likes. We still got 300 people that want to play with that like button, man. If I was watching you on YouTube, I promise on my father's dead soul, I would hit that like button. I shouldn't have said that, but I promise you, man, I would hit that. I would hit, actually, his soul has never been dead, right? But I promise you, I would hit that like button on everything. On everything. Because once I see someone doing something that I like, that I'm about, I'm going to be about that. And I'm going to be supporting them forever. I keep a close amount of people that I support. That's it. I either support you 110% or I ain't with it. Or I'm not with it. So, sorry, I don't mean to be crazy, but hit that like button, man. Let's get it going. This is a family. I do this every single day without a day off. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's a good life. It's a fun life. I travel. I meet people. I absolutely love it. It's blessings on blessings. But I just, I love progression and I love movement and I like seeing the views go up and I like seeing the channel grow and I like seeing more people join the lever trading class every single Sunday. All right. And I like people learning how to make money and making gains and turning losses into wins and wins. And so please do yourself a favor. Hit that like button. If you like cryptocurrency and you want to see your bags pump, it's selfish for you to hit the like button. Why? Because more people are going to know about crypto, right? If more people know about crypto, there's more of an idea that someone's going to buy. Like you're an H-bar. If you're an H-bar, you think H-bar is going to 20x or something, 10x, 50x, right? Well, for H-bar to 50x, more people need to come in the market and buy H-bar. Agreed? So YouTube is pushing out right now soccer, how to play soccer, how to cook, right? Right now, there's a bunch of live streams on all different topics in the world. We're battling them all right now. You get it? Like the crypto YouTuber streamers are battling all the different themes and topics out there. When you don't hit the like button, you stop the progression of the entire crypto industry taking over those algorithmic likes and views from, someone who's doing a cooking show right now. And again, I love cooking and I love food. My point is, if you like this industry and you like your own bags, hit the like button. It's the smartest thing you can do for yourself. Never mind for me. Yes, it helps my channel, but it logically helps you out. So if you don't hit the like button, you basically are like someone that wants to drive your car into a wall, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You got to you want to put every ounce of effort you have into what you have. So if you have bags of crypto, hit the like button on any single YouTube stream that you like, as long as you know it's not like someone that's questionable. So if you like the stream, if you get education from the stream, if you've sent people to the stream, if you've made money from this stream, if you have learned something that you've never heard about on this stream, hit that like button. Bitcoin only pumps when it believes we deserve it. Hit that like button. Say no to benders. Say yes to bending the matrix. Amen. I only show Bitcoin in public, one-on-one pitches. I'll let their greed let them test the waters on alts. Everyone is scared of it. Punch a hole in that thumb. Gains on XDC, XDB. Well, high fluff. Crypt for the day. The lifer is the way, the only way, baby, man. I love you, man. God bless you, brother. Damn. So another flag here on the 1 hour showing signs of a nice squeeze here to the upside. And the volatility has been interesting, and it's been going well. A lot of people have been going hard on shorts at the wrong time, right? And it's been obvious. That 28.5 catch was a nice catch. Can we look at Ant? Lower time frame looks interesting. What do the charts tell you? Dollar sold equals dead. Confirmed. I know, right? Let's take a look at the dollar, the DXY, like we do every single day here on the channel. Shout out to everyone here at 10:56 a.m. Beautiful time to be alive. So, it was showing signs like it was going to parabolically break out, right? Of this rising wedge. And it you could say it technically did, but no. See, there we go. Now, to me, it's just still in a rising wedge. And if you got usually 90% of the time when you have a rising wedge like this, you'll get bearish div right there. And lo and behold, what do we got? Well, we got bearish div. We got swing up to swing up with a sharp swing down. All right. 1 hour time frame. And we're struggling shoulder, possibly head and a right shoulder maybe. This rising wedge should break down 68% of the time. So we're looking for this to break down. And you want to turn that red, I guess, right? I'm slightly colorblind right when I'm doing it. That's red, though, yeah. I believe. Why does that look green to me? You know what? It is green. Once you change colors, it only goes the second time you do it. Right? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm that colorblind. Why does that look green to me still? Is that red or green? That looks green to me. Am I bugging out? I'm having a moment right now. You should participate in the world trading competition happening. When is that? Dopamine Wave Pool. Thanks for a super chat. Support. We go over Ant soon. Thank you, Lakochi Coker. God bless you, man. Hey, Sam, we love you. Thanks for all the TA every day. In 2 hours, the red knife will appear on the Bitcoin chart. Bake, about to pump 20%. Really, Bake? You're trying to change the text color, not the style. Really? Ah, you're the man, dude. Never seen it do that before. Okay, cool. So we're looking for the DXY to dump to the downside out of this rising wedge. If it makes a flag and hangs out up here, that's no good for Bitcoin. So we want to break back inside this pattern. We want this shoulder, this head, this right shoulder. We want this shoulder, this head, that right shoulder. We need to see this break to the downside. We got bearish divvy. It doesn't look amazing. We're getting overbought on the 4 hour time frame. It's time to come to roost. The bearish divvy is right there, even on my divergence indicator. It's time to dump dollar index. It's time to give it up and let Bitcoin take the cake. Bitcoin getting a beautiful pump to the upside out of the flag that I just drew. Again, showing you that, look, you come right back near the 21 and you're gone again. Look at that. I'm teaching you this over and over again. I mean, there's another easy play for money, right? I'm rich enough. Like, I don't even need all these gains. Like, you need the gains. Take the gains, man. You know what I mean? Take these gains. Like, this is amazing. All right? I want to see other people get rich, and I want you inviting me to your house. I want you flying me on your helicopter. I want you telling, hey, lifer, man, we're all going to Cabo St. Lucas for the week. It's going to be amazing. Are you down? You know? So, and someone says flipping short. I mean, you don't flip short till you see a short signal, meaning a double top, a head and shoulder pattern, right? You're looking for a continuation, a short pattern that has a strong sense of a break to the downside, all right? And look, you basically went to the next target again, and And now we're getting closer to the 29,600 level that I'm telling you is calling our name here on BOOKMAP. Likely to go further into the upside. Why don't we have 1,000 people on this live stream right now? You know why? We have 543 people. There's thousands of people right now that are shorting the market. They're not on this live stream. They're actually shorting. And look, we're about to hit our target again. Sammy, we're all going to my backyard pool this weekend. Come wild out. Where is that? Where's your backyard pool, man? I'll come through it. Scotty Swing, dude? Sounds like a blast, man. Are you joking or is this serious? Price action literally waited for the 21 to catch up, then made another push. Teach. It does it every time, man. It does it every time. This is the one thing I know to be true. Every time I trade. I was able to call the top for Bitcoin on this idea because when Bitcoin pumped on the weekly, like this is what I want to show you. You can take small time frame ideas, you can flip them to the bigger time frames, and you can change your life. So like little stuff like stuff like that we saw. All right. If I delete all my old work, and I go back in time here, and this is crucial learning. And this is when I get fired up, really. So like this is the same thing that we just saw on the 1 minute. Price action pumped up, got away from the 21, has to make a flag to come back. Pumped up. So like this here, I knew that this had to come back to the 21 before we could get another move to the upside. I predicted that in front of you, right? Like I showed you that. I showed you the retest. I talked all about it. I had it mapped out before it happened. So when I saw Bitcoin pumping and getting away from the 21 on the weekly, after using this for years on smaller time frames, I finally said, well, then Bitcoin has to come to the downside. And then all I needed was I needed one other piece of confirmation, and that was oversold stochastics, okay, and find maybe a few, and then I saw bearish divergence. So I didn't even need the bearish div. I knew that we were too far away from the 21-day moving average. You can't pump that far without coming back to the 21. So right when this happened, I said, everyone, we're going to have to come back to the 21. Even if we continue to go to 100K and everyone says there's more coming and all that, I said there's going to have to be some type of pullback because we have to touch the 21-day moving average. We can't just keep going without touching the 21. It just doesn't happen. So my whole trading style is based off that 21, based off this idea. I teach this every single week in the beginner's course, every single month. The last Saturday of every month, I teach it. I'll go back to teaching it every week if the demand raises back up and we get more and more people. All right. So I just want to make sure there's 5 to 10 people in the class every single week. So, it's worth my time and yours. So. I like when people just think you flip short just after a pump, like you just immediately flip short. That's why people get rocked, because that's what they think. I mean, there is a bearish divvy now, a pretty strong one, like a really strong one here. And it's triple headed. And you are in a rising wedge, and rising wedges break down. Technically, you could short. Technically, it says you should be able to short back down to the beginning of the rising wedge, technically now, right? If you want to get real crazy. I had no idea today was going to be a 1 minute trading session, honestly. If I knew that, I never know what the day's going to bring. Coinbase has announced the enlistment of several tech giants, including Coca-Cola and Atari, in its upcoming launch of its mainnet platform. Making me want to jump into the news a little early. Bake 1 minute going crazy. Cass in no man's land now. 10x from the buy with you. Love you, lifers. 10x from when we first started getting in from PS5 Future of Gaming. My man 10x his money. The lower lev being used. We were in a coin like no other coin's as hot as Caspa, and we called it before it was even hot. Like, you got to give credit to the crew, man. You got to get what we do here on this channel is just unheard of. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. I never thought things like this would be possible, but they are. There's a chance this could continue to rip. There's a chance. I mean, you got some serious buy pressure here going on. So now you're looking, can you make a right shoulder? You do have to take into account that you could be making a rising wedge. And there is a strong bearish divergence here now. You got the 21 starting, and what happened is as you keep touching, the 21 gets further and further away from the 200. Eventually it gets too far away, and you have to get a pullback, The point is not to be greedy. Like, I already took my trade, and I could have beaten myself up right now. Oh, I sold too early. you know what? I got in, I got out, and I nailed it. If I can do that every day, who cares? Who cares what happens after that? Who cares where price action goes? Who cares what goes on? It doesn't matter. Now you are kissing the 21 again. This would be the time, the moment where you'd either get the pump or we'd start to falter. Interesting times to be alive. Shout out to you all for being here. All right. How are we trading these things? I'm trading on MEX Global when I make these trades. All right. And look, I mean, beautiful move to the upside out of the inverted head and shoulder. Technically, I mean, it's funny if you just stay in the pattern and trust the pattern and nothing else. The pattern said, I'm going to get to my target. And it's really that whole wick there. I mean, you nailed it. The target was hit. So crazy. So absolutely crazy how that works out. I find that absolutely fascinating. So join the trading group, link right here. Join MEXC, link right here. If you don't have a MEXC account, you cannot take advantage of the amazing things we're teaching you. And you have to, and if you have another account and you want to do stuff like that, you're going to be paying way more fees. So every time you take a trade, you're going to pay more than we do. Every time you sell, you're going to pay more than we do. Every time you dollar cost average into a coin, you're going to pay more than we do. Don't pay fees. All right. Stop playing games. And honestly, I don't know how long this is going to go on for. So right now it's a bear market, in my opinion, or we're emerging. I think we're emerging out of it, but the prices are some of the lowest they've ever been. These are some of the best times to get back in my opinion, into some of the positions that I've seen that were really high. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before any product, coin, or trade, right? Whatever you do is on you, right? I'm never going to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just going to show you how I use technical analysis to find gains in the market every single day, all right? That's just what we do here. Funny, I had no idea we were going to see a surge and I was going to get caught up on the 1 minute. Apparently, I like trading the 1 minute more than I realized. You know what I mean? Funny. I see this starting to fall off a little bit to the downside, right? But you still got yourself a bit of a flag here. 1 minute is tough. You got to trust your instincts. You got to have some trading vibes. But that was probably your high there for the moment. 29,400, perfect to take profit. Now, look, now you're looking at the bigger time frames. And you're like, okay, can the 15-minute stay above its 200 SMA? If that's possible, we're in for some bigger moves, okay? See what I'm saying? So I'm going to get out of the smaller time frame now. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me see. I want to see where price action is likely going to go into tonight. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for. So to me, it's all about this support of resistance. We made this beautiful low. We came up for the higher low. So I'd love to see us at least break that high there, right there, right? Just by the end of the day. Like, I'm not asking for a lot, Bitcoin. Just break this high by the end of the day. $30,065. That's all. That's all I want. So our next big resistance we're coming for is right here at 29,582. 1 minute's getting a little beat. Now you do the same thing again. Can we continue to push up? You start flagging out. And this is why you need the smaller time frames. Without the smaller time frames, it's just, you can't figure out where price action is going to go. So 30 second now. And now you'll see, look, what happened before when you're bullish. Price action is bouncing off the 21. It's very rarely getting into the mix. But usually, look, you get in the curve now. Price action falls. Kind of a shoulder head, possibly a right shoulder. So you're seeing, this is your chance here. If this 30-second chart can't break through to this next high and keep it kicking, you're likely kind of forming some type of right shoulder, double top, and price action is beginning to slow down, right? The 15-minute, you want to take a look at it, and that also went from low stochastic to high stochastic. That was the trade. I love trading stochastics RSI. In at the bottom, out at the top. Call it a day. No emotions needed. I just nailed well USDT right now on the live again, ripping Lifer Army, baby. Let's take a look at my baby Well, which is Moonwell, right? Love that coin. Nice pump to the upside for Moonwell. Wow, making massive gains. So I had it here in this cup and handle, right? Massive double bottom. Went sideways for days before it finally pumped, but right now it's on the move, right? Look at you taking massive gains. Big candle right there to the upside for Moonwell. And look, I mean, I've seen this channel a few times too, and you got tight moving averages, the 200, the outlier. You bounced off the point of control. You had low stochastics in the MACD. Like, I mean, it's all there for you. Boom, you're gone. And you're tight. You're getting tighter. When the wedge gets tight, it's time to make a move. Sam, you're such an OG for providing the sauce on your lives, man. I know, man. I thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I don't mean to say I know. I mean, I do what I can, man, because I could pass away tomorrow. Look at Well just continuing to moon, man. I hope you're still in this, dude. This thing is flying. Look at that. Nice pump to the upside. Nobody loves me better than each and every one of you. 37% in an hour and a half. You can't beat moves like that. Moonwell, baby. Moonwell. We're going to give you coins that nobody knows about here every single day, all the time. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about a Bitcoin reversal on the diamond here. Let's take a look. It's got some diamond to it. I'm with you. Appreciate you saying that. Someone else mentioned it. I think last night I half looked at it. That's definitely a diamond. Without a doubt in my mind, though. That's got diamond vibes for sure. Yeah, that's a diamond. A reversal diamond, baby. And we reverse right back to the upside. Perfect timing, too. 4 hour looks good. I see this as a reversal diamond to the upside as well. And you hit the very area lows. That wick at 28.5 was the beautiful move. I mean, what a play. Came up, came back down, and then you could catch it pretty close again at 28.9. Life is our water, and lifer is the lemon, man. Let's take a big sip of the water right now and stay hydrated. Wow, so price action crazy today, but I do see a diamond here for Bitcoin as well. Highly likely we get a move to the upside. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be there every single day. I'm telling you, you will be the best if you're consistent. The most consistent person will not lose. So just keep showing up every day and never stop. Grind, 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 grind. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. Never. Never again, you know? Remember, it all came down to this 30-second, and you can see now, like, you know, the kind of rally is gone. I mean, you had a parabola, really, in a way, and you broke it, right? Nice little parabola starting to form. I feel like, you know, you broke the parabola, like, right? Like, you're kind of, do you want to say you're still in it, I guess? I don't know. I feel like you broke it on a smaller scale, you know? It's a 30-second chart. So, yeah, you broke the parabola. So, once, you know, that's likely going to be our pullback for the moment, you know, and that was your profit-taking time, all right? So, now it's cool. Now we got a pretty good idea of what's happening. We had a double bottom that broke out. Technically, that was the double bottom measured move as well. Like, look. It all makes sense to me. Like, should actually go a little higher, but you know, the double bottom broke out to the upside. The shoulder, the head, the right shoulder broke to the upside as well. The inverted, it played out exactly like it was supposed to. No emotions needed. Just play the inverted. Take the target. The target will be from wick to wick. Flip it on to the neckline and take your gains. I mean, it's just nuts, but. And I show this every single day, over and over and over again. So now look, we pumped away from what? The 21-day moving average. We got above a resistance. So you set these support and resistance zones and you flag out the 7. And the 7-minute is going to do one of two things. It's going to make like a, we don't know exactly what it's going to do, but we know in the next few hours it's going to make some type of flag. And you can put 2 alerts here. I put alerts on the blue lines. When price action passes the blue lines, I get an alert. I don't have to stare at Bitcoin all day long. I just have to know when to set my alerts and how to set them and what to watch for, right? You could even draw a fib now here if you'd like. You can see you might come down to the 618 golden pocket. Maybe you retrace to the 786. Friend likes to come from here, that little niche. 786 might be a beautiful retracement at 29,238 for a beautiful pump to the upside. Watch out for that. That's combining my strategy and Master Friend strategy. Okay? Look, you broke out the swing low. That was your swing high. That should be your entry. Boom, you broke out again. Now you're making another swing high. Can you go for the swing high again? You know, so we're going to look at the super chats. Stellar Lumens and Ant on the lower time frames. We got you. So right now, I would watch Bitcoin for a pullback and a possible continuation on the 7-minute. And now we're going to watch the 15-minute. And now we want to see if the 15-minute can close candles and stay above the 200 SMA. Write these two things down today. If today we end the day above the 200 SMA in the 15-minute, bullish sign. 7-minute retraces and continues up, we may have ourselves another trade later on in the next hour, 2 hours or so. That was the session. Shout out to anyone that took gains. It's now going to chill out and go sideways. I called the top, I called the bottom. Let's go for the local day. So we can put Bitcoin away for the moment. I'm excited. Shout out to anyone that took gains with me. Had you followed my lead this morning and used the proper technical analysis that is provided that most people can learn, you would have been able to make gains. Okay. All right. So, see, and look, Bitcoin's now pulling back. How do I know when Bitcoin's going to pull back? It's away from the 21-day moving average. Keep understanding these concepts. What am I doing here? This is called the Twisted Sister. I don't know exactly which way it's going to go. I'm open-minded. So, I'm just basically producing two possible projections. And as Bitcoin starts to fill out one of them, that's the one I will choose. Likely going to be this one now, so I can kind of pull this one off. But we don't know for sure. The projection alone tells you that you're open-minded because you don't know where what you're looking for, so you're going to let it fill out the price action. See? This is the key. This is the key. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Stay blessed. If you do this every single day, you're going to get better at it. You're going to see more. I'm going to find something today that I didn't know, tomorrow that I didn't know, and every day I gain an edge on the other trader that doesn't watch the market. Every single day you gain an edge, okay? Whether it's your emotions, whether it's watching price action, whether it's understanding like the diamond that we see there. Every other day, all right? So we see a diamond on the 4-hour. We're going to watch that, make sure it kind of fills out, plays to the upside. The measured move of the diamond at least gets us back to 30,000 and could even break us back above 30,300. I told everyone, you know, that is the big, we get above 30,003, that's the weekly support. That's where I would consider a massive long because it would just kind of negate all the bearishness, all right, to the upside. Do you think we see $25,000 again? Anything is possible. Shout out to the chat. How's the chat doing? How's everybody in the chat? I'm feeling good right now. We got the leverage course going. We got a lot of people running in. We got new people in the group. I'm in one of those moods. And you know what that means when Sammy's in one of those moods. He's one of those giving moods. He's in one of those giving moods. So trivia. I should ask ChatGPT for good trivia questions. All right. Okay. All right. Jump in the pool time. Good mode. You know, funny. I wish. There's no pool to jump into. I wish I had one. I took some gains on my long position, but I never closed it fully. Just sold a couple bags. Shout out to my man, James Schwagen Jr., man. I hope you're doing well. God bless you, brother. What do you think about XRP? I hold 10,000 XRP. Learn, grow, and glow, baby. My man. I love you, man. Green bar, then putting them in BTC, man. Getting them greenbacks and then put them in BTC. Justin Cashmore, I love you, brother. The man knows how to get more cash. I mean, his last name is Cashmore. My last name is Price. He's Cashmore. So when we hang out, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? All right. I want to see if there's good crypto trivia. General knowledge quiz survey for crypto. Wow. Nah, that's not good enough. I want to ask a question that's interesting and gets people going. All right. I like to do my numbers and my other thing. So I'll write a number on the back of this lemon. How's that? Never did this before. I wrote a number on the back of this lemon. Okay. I also write a number on the back of this. So I wrote a number on the back of the lemon, right? If there's a number, I'm staring at it right now. Okay. Now, you could guess the inverse of the number too. It's funny, when I twist it upside down, it's two numbers. It could be two numbers. All right. What number did I write? All right. From 1 to 100. What number did I write? You know what I mean? All right. 64, 67, 30, 39, 25, 12, 9, 9, 9, 28. Life for Adam. 66, 69, 33, 77, 89, 68, 22. I'm also going to allow the inverse of the number, like the, because it actually, the way I wrote it, you could almost see it as two numbers. Damn, that's weird. That's so strange. Damn, chat's blowing up out of control. 37, 11, 81, 64, 55. All right. Now, Life for Adam, you hit it. You wrote, I wrote 28. Did you guys people see what I wrote? It's 28. It's hard to see, right? Because it is 28 though. I'll take a picture with my phone or something. I don't know. I could change the, can you see it from there? I guess because it's, the green screen makes the yellow look green. But I wrote 28, all right? But I also allowed 82 because when I flipped it upside down, it looked just like 82. So, Life for Adam, I know you're in the trading group. I like to bring new people in the trading group. Well, maybe we could hook you up. You know what I mean? We'll send you like $50 in BTC or XRP. So email cryptolifers@gmail, Life for Adam, or just DM me because I know you on Discord and we'll hook you up. Journey Jones, we'd like to offer you 1 month in the trading group. You're in, Journey Jones. You're in, man. Shout out to Journey Jones, man. God bless you, brother. And thank you for jumping on in. And where is everybody from? While we got everyone rocking and rolling, where is everybody from? How you receive that? Please take a picture of your name here on this, like take a screenshot. If you don't know how to take a screenshot, it's Shift Apple 4 on a Macintosh, or go and get yourself a ShareX program, which is free, the best free open source screenshot tool. Download that and then hit Control Print Screen. Print the screen where you wrote that name, send us an email and say, hey, I am the one, with the same email, preferably, please, so we can see that, and you'll be ready to rock, all right? So yeah, we just watched the 7-minute just kind of make it, start to kind of do its thing now. And the 1 minute did allow us the idea of the rising wedge. It was time to open up a little bit of a short with the bearish divergence on the 1. So you just short bearish did without thought. You can't use any emotions. You just got to be able to just do. Short bearish div, do this, do like, you know what I mean? And we had a nice run. It's a really good course today. We showed you how to take profits on the way up and how to identify a possible place where price action is starting to fall off. And the dumpage back to the 21-day moving average, which isn't the worst. We don't know exactly what the pattern's going to be like. It could be chubby. It could be something like this. We don't know. Right now, it's giving it right back. It's funny. This has been, now it's long liquidations. And this is summertime trading. You're going to get less volume, and they're going to go after people on both sides. So we had a massive short liquidation. Look, we hit the limit at 29.6 or 29.5 there, right? And we got dropped further down now. Still a chance we go up to that $30,000 level. The liquidity isn't that bad. The darker red is the biggest order right there is 30,000. So the biggest whale that wants the most Bitcoin is up at 30K. Still says I'd be careful shorting in between these areas, right? Wow, look at that buy up. That was a fast buy up. There's buy pressure. Someone is out. I believe these ETFs These big boys, someone is watching and they know the ETF's going to get approved. And I think that, they know they have to accumulate Bitcoin. So you got all, and then they're fighting over who has the most to get everything ready. And so someone's selling off, but some big whales and people with big money are getting in. You can just tell because they seem unable to push the price down to areas where you think the bears would have it. The fact that they could only tap 28.5 on that dippage is very interesting to me. So let's jump into the super chats. Let's jump on into the news. Let's jump into the DXY. We looked at the DXY already, which is important. So we looked at this diamond, and I'll keep you guys up to date in the trading group. We'll clean it up. We'll continue to add to it. By tonight, we'll be at a daily close. One thing I have to say tonight, I cannot do the weekly screen share again, Thursdays. A friend of ours, mother, has colon cancer, sad to say. Been in the hospital for a month, just got out. And, our friend, my wife's friend, so she's going to fly to California to see her mother tonight. And she's not going to be there for her kids, right? Her husband is, but you know how it is. So we're like a family. We hang out like 2 to 3 times a week together, both our families. We hang out all the time. Like we're always together. And so I figured they're going to come over tonight and my wife's going to cook dinner and we're just going to kind of, I don't know, make the kids feel at home, while their mom's gone. So my wife asked for my presence, which would be nice because, the father's going to be there. And so I won't be able to screen share tonight because I got to do kind of, I got to be a guest, I guess, for a couple hours. So I apologize. I can't give 18 hours of my walking life to every single part of trading, which I wish I can. But I love you all. I appreciate you. So tonight, no screen share. I'll put an official thing out there. I will move it Saturday morning or somewhere. We'll find a place to put it. Whether it's Sunday night, Saturday morning, maybe even tomorrow. We'll find a place to put it. Have no fear. Shout out to the 398 likes. I really appreciate you all hitting that like button. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. So we do see a reversal diamond for Bitcoin. We're watching the 7-minute just to kind of see what's happening here. Price did take a nice reversal from that point. Little quick short was, 29. Imagine being able to short that right away. If I was just honed in and not streaming, I think I could have. We did see bearish div on that one. It was like time to pull the trigger, and look, the 7 comes back to the 21-day moving average. We know that too. When you pump that far, you got to come back to the 21. Now, does the 7 make a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder? Like, there's so many ways to interpret this, and we're going to watch it and give you the highest probability every day. So, shout out to everyone in the trading group. We started with a beautiful long trade up here that ended right there. And then again, remember the 15-minute? Not staying above the 200 SMA. We've got to stay above the 200 SMA. And that's how we're going to begin bullishness. The smaller time frames capture the 200 SMA. This is interesting. I'll go find you a big pump, right, on the 4-hour. And do this. This is teaching 101 right now. Huge pump on the 4-hour right here, right? We'll put a couple blue lines. So right there, blue line, 4-hour flips to 200 and you get a nice pump. Like Bitcoin rips from 26,009 all the way to 31,000. One of the bigger pumps for Bitcoin. Beautiful move, right? Let's go back to the 15-minute. And so what you want to do is you want to see pumps on the bigger time frames. You want to add a blue line. Then you want to go all the way back to the smaller time frames, and you want to see what started those pumps. When the 15-minute got above the 200 SMA, that was the beginning of this move. You get it? Nice pump here. Then it felt it a little, got back above, long again, and you're gone. So you cannot get a pump on the 4-hour until the 15-minute re-establishes itself above the 200 SMA. Period. You can backtest this, and I know, you'll find all this to be true. So because of that, I know to watch this 15-minute, and I know to watch how the 15-minute plays with the 200 SMA. And that's why I know if I see someone say we're going to 30K and the 15-minute has trouble getting above the 200 SMA, I'm going to laugh at that person because they have no idea what they're talking about. Because it's not, and actually I shouldn't be laughing. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be in disbelief. I'm going to look at them, or I'm going to want to teach them. I'm not going to laugh at them. I'm going to be pushed to want to teach them, to want to show them something that they didn't know before, right? To help them along their way. So again, if you want to know where Bitcoin's going, we're watching the 7-minute. We want to see it turn into some type of falling wedge, hold its own. We would love it if it hadn't have broken this resistance at 29,246. That was nice. You got above it, you can't hold it. But can we hold the next bar right here at this point of control at 29,156? So you start losing these levels, Now you're, bigger structure going to break down. And the bigger idea is I see a falling wedge with a diamond forming a reversal diamond and a beautiful bullish divergence in the 4-hour time frame that I pointed out numerous times now as your likely bottom right there. So we'll see. Only time will tell, but that's a very strong divergence in the 4. Last time we had a divergence like somewhat even that strong was here. It was like a class C because that was a sharper down and that was a flatter move. See that? And that definitely was your bottom. So there's a high likelihood that that's going to be your bottom, your higher low on the daily and all that, and the bigger uptrend as well. So again, all is well in Bitcoin land at 20,200, and we scalped the trade as well, and we're able to find gains this morning in the trading group. So no matter what, bear market, bull market, sideways market, up and down market, low volume market, summer market, winter market, fall market, we're going to find the gains no matter what. So it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Shout out to every beautiful soul on the live. I appreciate you all for being here. May God bless you. Let's take a look at the news that's coming at us today. Do we have to get geared up? What's going on? And also, this August, we got no rate hike coming. I mean, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. Like, that's bullish alone that we don't have to sit and watch Jerome Powell fumble around. I'm so sick of that. You know what I mean? Every single week, it was like, all right, I get it. You're just going to play games and tell us you're in control, even though you're not. Shout out to the $808 in chat revenue. May God bless you all for doing that. That's very, very nice of you. I am blessed to have super chats in my life. Thank you very much. And I'll be right back with the news. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and I go over the live every day on Bitcoin. No. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and I do the Crypto Lifer Show every single day here on YouTube. I love it. You love it. And together we make the awesome show. I mean, it's great. The lifers show up, I show up, and honestly, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So we talk about all different types of things in finance, and we find some of the 3 hottest topics in the news every single day to give you a 3 to 5 minute segment that'll blow your socks off. So let's take a look at the block here. Aave Chan proposes Aave Treasury, buys 2 million CRV from Michael Ergarov. Aave Chan initiatives Mark Zeller proposed that Aave, should it be Chain? Is there an A missing, an I missing there? Is it Aave Chain, or is they just saying Aave Chan? I'm confused, but maybe, I don't know. I guess they call it Aave Chan. I just never seen it written as Aave Chan. Aave Chan initiative proposed on Aave Governance Forum that the DeFi project treasury should purchase 2 million of Curve tokens from Curve founder Michael Egorov. The initiative is to delegate platform funded by Michael Zeller, the founder of the blockchain consultancy firm Pandemic, which works with Aave companies, the company that designed Aave. Zeller previously worked as an integrations lead at Aave for 3 years and regularly contributes to the Aave governance system. A $2 million USD worth of CRV acquisition would send a strong signal of DeFi supporting DeFi, while allowing the Aave DAO to strategically position itself in the Curve wars, benefiting Aave stablecoin secondary liquidity. Interesting. A lot of people propping up Curve. You know, you can see Justin Sun coming in, and then Aave coming in. It shows solidarity and also shows that the market is stronger than we realized. Pretty good signs, and I'm bullish for DeFi right now for that reason. Coinbase sets public launch of Base Layer 2 blockchain for next week. Users will be able to bridge their ETH starting Thursday with the launch of the main network for August 9th. Coinbase, the biggest publicly traded U.S. crypto exchange, announced that Base, its Layer 2 blockchain built with Optimism's OP stack, will open to the public on August 9th. Base went live for developers in July so they could test applications on the new network and rug pull ball token. I'm sorry. Base went. The announcement comes as Coinbase is scheduled to report second quarter earnings and kick off on-chain summer, a series of events in which creators and developers can make art or build applications on Base. Companies participating include beverage giant Coca-Cola, gaming powerhouse Atari, and non-fungible token platform OpenSea. I think Base will be pretty big. I think it's smart that they're doing this. They got the name, they got the know-how, and they're going to throw their hat into that, that Layer 2. Pretty interesting idea. And they call it Base with Coinbase. You got to love it. Whoever came up with that, good idea. Even the name works for me. I'm not a huge fan of everything Coinbase does, but they have been strong. They have been going against the SEC. They're doing everything they can. And over time, they've been one of the strongest companies in crypto. So Binance user base surges to 150 million. CZ says, despite U.S. regulatory lawsuits. Binance has surpassed 150 million users despite facing an ongoing legal battle with U.S. regulators. More and more people want to trade Binance. It still has the most liquidity in the world. When you're a trader, you want to trade the most volume. I can't wait for regulatory framework to get put in place. I can't wait for them to let us come back in KYC on Binance. I believe the time will happen a year or two from now. All the exchanges will be back. We'll be fine. I think it will take 3 years at the most. Maybe I'm optimistic. Tell me if I'm wrong. You tell me. We'll put a tweet out today. Do you think U.S. traders will be back on Binance in less than 3 years? Let me know. Send that tweet out if we can. Someone, Sean, can you put that tweet out? Do you think, or send it to Lakochi or someone out there if anyone's listening, let me know. And the tweet is really, do you think U.S. traders will be allowed back on Binance, the main one, Binance, just say Binance, in the next 3 years? I just wanted to see what people think of that. What do y'all think in the chat? Will we be back on? Will they let us back on? Let me know. So Binance just continues to roll, baby. And you know what? More and more people want to get into crypto, and more companies see the benefit, and they're going to find more and more places for Binance to exist. And that's going to be 300 million users, 1 billion users. This is only going to continue to grow. Dude worked at McDonald's, humble beginnings, works his butt off, took flack from Sam Bankman-Fried when all that crazy stuff went on, took flack from Kevin O'Leary, took flack from the SEC. I love this dude, man, and I can't wait to see him win in the long run. So shout out to CZ, shout out to Binance, shout out to everybody here on the live. We love you all more than you would ever know, and we greatly appreciate you all for being here. And that, my friends, is the news. So Bitcoin doing its thing here inside of the pattern on the 7. Now the 7 could get ready for another move to the upside. This is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You are attempting a breakout now as you're touching the what? The 21-day moving average. Your measured move would be the length of the what? The previous pole to the upside. Could the Stokes rip us right back up? There's some bullish tones here for Bitcoin. We do see that there's liquidity to the upside all the way to 29.5, 29.6 in this massive whale who wants to sell at 30,000. That's a sell wall we're going to have to deal with when we get to it. But it also tells us there's liquidity to the upside. I've told my people that watch my stream a lot, you don't want to be shorting in between a giant order and yourself, all right? Unless you have more money than that order and you can belly up the order. If not, I wouldn't go head to head. It's like, it's like a little sailboat trying to run into the Titanic. It's just likely not going to happen, all right? So now Bitcoin getting the pump again. The 7-minute has been a beautiful time frame to be trading. By using stochastics and the 21-day moving average, you could accurately get yourself in and out of trades nicely. Anyway, you do you, I'll do me, but I can show you things that I've seen for years. That'll blow your mind, all right? DigiByte getting a little bit of a pump. Could it continue? Lower liquidity on MEXC, but it is in a bit of a falling wedge that could continue to the upside. Not as many altcoins, but the ones I do see, I'm keeping on the low. Ooh, I like this coin, TXA, man. We've traded it on and off, and it's pumped nicely. I mean, look, these are cup and handles. I just want to reiterate this. Like, that's a cup and handle for sure. And like, look at the just insane move to the upside out of that cup and handle. Just crazy. I like what Optimism's doing right now. It's starting to make this ascending triangle, kind of, or maybe even symmetrical. I'd watch the 3L token for Optimism. OP stack on base. It's just there's bullish news going on, right? And there's a reason. Optimism may come back down to the bottom of the channel here. So here's my play. I put an alert on this. I'll watch OP3L token. This is on MEX Global, all right? You could also trade 3X leverage, right? I believe. But this is what's called an ETF, an electronically traded fund. It will go up 3 times Optimism. So if Optimism goes up 5, this makes 15%. In my trading group, I put out ideas that I believe are highly likely to play out. Every once in a while, like yesterday, I put out a leverage trade for Bitcoin, or the day before, exactly when to get in, exactly when, what I just showed. I just gave my exact trade with leverage and everything. But I also just teach you how to set alerts. Like I might just say, hey, set alerts on this coin for you to watch it. I like the 1 hour to reset, right? Back to the bottom of the pattern. All right. And then tight moving averages, I like what I'm seeing. So I skip over to the 4. If the 4 is low and ready to go, it's not. It has momentum though. Then I'll skip to the 22. 22 is a little high for me and some chop. But what I do see is this kind of a shoulder head and a right shoulder. Fine. It's weird how it's all a little overbought. It is an L3L token. Makes me want to move to optimism itself. Interesting. This thing could still moon though. I'll just keep an alert on it. Yeah, but now when I look at the bigger time frames, I'm not in love with it. Yeah. But this is what's called the 3L token. And honestly, I believe there's just a scalp on the 1 hour time frame pattern trading. Bottom of the pattern, top of the pattern. Don't always have to go for the biggest move. I just go for whatever pays me, right? If it pays me, I'll take it. We got to look at Casper before we jump on out of here for the day, and we got to look at the super chats. Shout out to the awesome super chats. Let's just look at the fan funding real quick. I love this fan funding button. So stay blessed. Thoughts on XRP? Seems to be playing with the 1 hour support at 67. Shout out to ZK. We love you. Likes up for the hardest working man on YouTube. Thank you, Crypto Bellico. Can we look at Ant? Lower time frame looks interesting. What do the charts tell you? And can you check out Stellar Lumens? Let's take a look at Stellar. ANT and XRP. Stellar Lumens. Let's run on in and see what's happening to Stellar Lumens on KuCoin. I always do that. KuCoin. 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 I just love that. So anyway, a lot like XRP. It had these like elongated moves in a bowl, got above a resistance, and then it broke two big resistances. 12 cents, right? I own XLM. I'll just say a pretty big bag. I like XLM. I think it's smart to own a bag of it. I'll be unloading it in the bull run of this next year. So that's a falling wedge in the daily. I'd like to see the daily come and retest 12 cents. You know, that's an M pattern, which is pretty bearish and says it could break to the downside. So I'd just be looking for some consolidated price action right now. Looking for the daily to kind of stay in the wedge, get to the golden pocket, and then I'd be willing to take this baby on. I already have an alert here waiting for it to come here. So you can see I've been sitting here just sitting on this idea. So 3-day chart's a little high for me. I wouldn't want to touch it yet. So yeah, I'm waiting for Stellar Lumens to come into the golden pocket between 12. If it wicks down to 9 or 10 cents, it would be a steal, in my humble opinion, as it has a big divergence that played out. So yeah, I wouldn't touch it till it got further down. All right. Let's take a look at Ant. Aragon, which I've been talking about for days now, and it's been getting tighter in the channel. It did break out for a total of 12% gains, had you been in the trading group, then gave back most of them, and it's still holding 5%. Now, the 2-day chart's getting a little overbought and curving. It tells me to be wary. The daily's getting a little overbought. Would have liked a bigger move out of that daily. You know, it didn't get as much action. However, it did go up into the green. Had you raised your price to stop into break even, you would have been in the money. Daily getting very overbought on the stochastics, right? It's not the best sign for me. Could we open it up? I don't know. Was it a really nice little channel there on the 4-hour time frame? 4-hour made it look beautiful. If I try to open it up, I feel like it's a little... Now the 4-hour says it could moon. So here's the deal. I would play this flag on the 4, knowing that the daily's a little overbought. Attempt to get my pump up to this level and call it a day, for me personally. Then let it like retrace again. But there's a possible pump here on the 4-hour time frame for Aragon. Is she okay? Jeez Louise. Okay. So I'm looking for the 4-hour to continue up. Then you're going to get some bearish div in the bigger time frames. I wish the daily got more of a pump to the upside. You know what I mean? You do have a bigger measured move. At the end of the day, I mean, the whole length of this pole is where we want to go. Target would take you to 577 for Aragon, and you don't get the volume right now. So I'm looking for the 4-hour to possibly break out of this falling wedge to the upside. You don't want to break below the point of control. 4-hour looks good. 1 hour looks good for a possible scalp here on this 4-hour time frame. Stop loss possibly below the point of control or the 200 SMA. What are you doing? Why are you distracting me during the live stream? Why are you distracting me on the live stream? Like up for the hardest man on YouTube. Thank you for saying that. And now let's take a look at XRPZ. XRP. Thank you for these super chats. These are really enlightening. I love going through these charts the way I'm doing it. I'm excited. I never know what I'm going to see. And I like that. I like the improvisational piece of this stream that comes with not knowing what charts I'm going to look at. So we're going to take a look at XRPZ. After a huge pump like that of Euphoria to 93, coming back up and getting another pop up to 85. Sliding back down, you knew that we were going to get a pullback. The 21 and the 200 were too far apart and curving. That tells you it's time to watch out for price action, all right? These are why I use the moving averages to trade, because they give you so much insight. Now we look at the daily. The daily got oversold and it's coming into the golden pocket. This is a lot like Stellar Lumens, and I expected that to be the case. They're going to move together. They're going to be like brother and sister. I want to see this come down possibly to the 786 retracement. So you're looking at 56.55 cents as the best place to be getting in. Probably a good place to put a limit order in. Also, that's going to be your exact base of the previous resistance. You lose that, then, XRP is kind of doing some type of funky bowl, and it's not, But as long as you stay above 55 cents. So to me, buy zone for XRP, a nice swing trade is to just smartly enter. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is what I do. I already have a big position. I may not do this. Probably won't. But if I didn't have a lot of money and I was looking at a position and I'd be putting in 500, 400, and I'd be building my position in this area, and then I'd let the swing trade play out over time. I'd look at my 3-day and wait for my 3-day to really come on down, and I'd be accumulating into these zones. And then I'd let the 3-day play out into a 786 Fibonacci retracement for XRP. The measured move for that, once we do hit that zone, does declare that we could get somewhere to about $1.07. So I believe $1 XRP isn't that far away, considering we're getting a halving for Bitcoin, and it's one of the biggest coins in the game. So to me, I don't believe we're there yet, but we're approaching a very, very nice accumulation zone. Anywhere between 55 cents and even 67. I'll go on a limb there, but I believe we will get some lower prices. I've yet to back test this. Could this be looked like at an Adam and Eve? It's a little much. It just has the structure, but it's a little much, right? So anyway, you tell me, I'll tell you. We'll have a blast together. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can we look at Ant on the lower time frames? Can you check XLM? Thank you. All right. And everyone, that's going to end the live stream at 11:48 p.m. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for becoming a part of the live. Please don't forget, if you did win and we'd like to hook you up, please email us with the proper information so we can hook you up. All right. Love learning. If you join the 99, let everyone know that my class that I teach is $60. I take $40 off. Super, super nice. We're also going to run that special again today. Why not? Join the trading group for 3 months and get the class 50% off. I mean, at a 70% discount for $300 today if you pay in cryptocurrency or in PayPal, whatever you want. For $300, get the trading group for 3 months and the course that I teach. That's combined. It'll blow your mind. You'll have so much ready to go. If you're a beginner in crypto and you've never started, you're going to have such a better base of where to go. And I've helped so many. I've taken beginners, they've gotten funded. Many of my traders have been funded. They've taken what I've taught them and they've gone on to another level. So become one of the many people that have used me to get to the next level, man. You can do it. You can do it. I love each and every one of you for being here. You can, you will, you are the best. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for helping me achieve my beautiful dream and goal to start education for technical analysis, make as many people financially free, and get them to do whatever they want with their lives so they do not have to work a 9-to-5 that drains them and makes them depressed and not the best person to be around. I want you to feel the best. I want you to have the best life. It comes out with following your destiny and doing what you want to do with your life. You know how good you're going to feel every day? Man, let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. I love you all. Gratitude is the attitude. I wake up in gratitude. I go to sleep in gratitude. I love each and every one of you. Thank you. If you're in the trading group today, you would have gotten a beautiful call for Bitcoin. You'd be up in gains already. Another day, another dollar. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Crypto is life. Thank you so much, and I'm out, baby.